today, so my hair, I need to be braided, so my fuzzies are like showing. But I really wanted to share something so beautiful. So this happened a month ago, and I was just really in a hard season. God had me in my wilderness trial season, and so I was really hoping that God would come through on something. And when He did it, I just felt this huge sense of loneliness hit my body. Like, I felt like I'm doing everything that God tells me to do. I'm following God, and I just felt like my life was struggle. And I felt like people around me didn't understand, and I felt like God didn't understand. Now, I was wrong for believing that God did not understand, but I just felt so angry at God that I just stopped talking to Him. Like, I was just in a I don't feel like talking to you right now kind of mood. So I remember at that moment I received a notification, like a random notification popped up on my phone, and it said, "You are not alone in this." And I knew it was God, but still my emotions was overpowering my spirit. So I just remained silent towards God, and I just didn't want to speak to Him. So the next day, my window is open, right? So I noticed these birds kept landing on my window, and they were chirping and they were knocking on my window. For me, I didn't really pay attention to it because I was like, okay, these are birds being birds, you know? But it kept happening for 2 days. So the second day, after the last bird flew on my window, 10 minutes later, I received a notification on my phone from a young man named Joshua August. And it was a notification about a video called The Prophetic Meaning of Sparrows. So I was like, oh, okay, this is about birds. Let me watch this. So basically, the video, to sum it up, was about you are on God's heart so heavy right now. And I actually had somebody message me and tell me the same thing, like, you are on God's mind so heavy right now. And I was just so awed in that moment that God cared about me so much, and He loved me so much that He sent His creature. Even though I didn't know at the time that's what He did, but He sent His creature to try to communicate something to me. And that despite of how I felt towards God, His feelings towards me did not change. So I just thought, wow, like, I really want to share that. Like, we serve a God that it doesn't matter what we do, what we say, our actions towards Him, He still loves us, and He still helps us, and He still uplifts us and encourages us. And it made me think of another time when so I left my Job season. If you look back at my videos, I talked about my Job season, my season of trials and testing. So He allowed my phone to get cut off and for them to sell my number. Now, I have a new phone, I have a new number, but He told me at that moment the reason why He allowed that to happen was because He wanted to do something new in my life. So about a month after He allowed my number to be disconnected, the company sold my number to somebody else, and my phone was starting to receive text messages from that person in their conversation. So I was so frustrated with God. I was like, God, look what you did. You see what's happening? Like, I don't want to receive these messages. Like, the messages kept coming. So as I was yelling at God, God whispered instructions in my ears, and He told me how to cut it off. He told me, go into your settings, turn on the feature that says that you do not want any unknown numbers contacting you. And I was like, wow. In the midst of me yelling and complaining and being upset, He still helped me. He still cared about me to the point where He helped me to get through that situation. And people ask me, why do you serve God? I'm like, that's why I serve God. I felt like in this season, God truly showed me His loving side, because my past season was a season of hardships, but I've learned that it doesn't matter how I feel towards God, He will still love me regardless. So I really hope this video inspired you guys to have a relationship with God, to have a close relationship with God, because God is so amazing. He's so awesome. He's so dope. So I will talk to you guys later.